Ugandan president calls on Africa to save the world from homosexuality.
Here's a summary of the article.
His comments followed a two-day interparliamentary conference held at State House in Entebbe on family values and sovereignty, attended by MPs and delegates from 22 African countries, including Zambia, Kenya and Sierra Leone. State House said British MPs had attended the conference, but was not able to name them. The event was promoted by the Ugandan Parliament, the African Bar Association and the Nigerian-based Foundation for African Cultural Heritage. The president of Family Watch, Sharon Slater, who also chairs the UN Family Rights Caucus lobby group, spoke at the event. Museveni praised Ugandan MPs for passing the anti-gay bill and vowed never to allow the promotion and publicization of homosexuality in Uganda, stressing that it will never be tolerated. A Ugandan LGBTQ+ activist, who asked to remain anonymous for their own safety, attended the conference via Zoom under a pseudonym. Stella Nyanzi, a Ugandan feminist activist who was imprisoned for criticizing Museveni, said she condemned both the manipulative organizers and the gullible participants in the so-called Family Values Conference.
This post received a score of 13,000, with an upvote ratio of 92%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Why are you gay? You are gay.
What's hilarious is that he's trans, but they're just like, why are you gay, to start with?
I do like how the host asked if it's cool to call them Mr.
If you watch the full video, you can see that the host is genuinely trying to understand despite his prior biases. My favorite part is when the pastor shows up completely uninvited and starts harassing the guest. The host then chides the pastor, "Why do you always do this?" implying this pastor crashing the show and derailing the interview is a regular occurrence.
The best part is the pastor casually sitting down and the host turns to the guest and says, "I'm sorry," he stormed in. LMAO.
I wonder why they're so scared of homosexuality.
Easier to make homosexuality a political platform than address corruption.
Just like here, in the States. Lol.
Truth. I mean, that's where they got it from.
Fuck me, Uganda. Have you not got bigger fish to fry?
Why focus on making your country better when you can just persecute the gays instead?
Wait, I've seen this one before.
The classic maneuver.
30% of Ugandans live below the poverty rate and he's worried about who is attracted to who. Lol clowns.
48% employment rate and an average salary of around $200 per month. And this is the focus.
That's why it's the focus. To distract from the internal corruption.
I have zero empathy for adult people that live in shitty conditions and, instead of blaming their government or corruption, decide that it's all a harmless minority's fault. I know, they've been brainwashed by crazy evangelicals, so what? African people are perfectly capable of making decisions on their own. They decided to believe that bullshit and use innocent LGBT individuals as an scapegoat.
You're right, and I think there is more acceptance now in some of these places than there was 10 to 20 years ago. I just don't know if it's enough to turn the tide.
Mwahahaha. Ugandan president is too late. Plans are already in place to make the entire world gay?
Agent Dorothy reporting in. We have the Navy. I repeat, we have the Navy. Operation A Touch of Potemkin is a go.
Quick question. When have we ever not had the Navy?
I didn't realize they ever allowed straight people in the Navy.
It ain't gay if it's underway.
Are gay people planning on invading anyone?
Besides each other?
Oddly, that reminds me of a story about a guy murdering his friend after anal sex because he didn't sow no homo.
Just like Jesus said, murder people you don't like.
Why do people care so much about other people FFS?
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.